Philadelphia and Colorado. We talked about this one yesterday, and here we go again back at in Denver. Kyle Gibson going for Philly, Kyle Freeland going for the Rockies. Philly a $1.33 favorite, another high total here, 11.5. And as we talked about earlier on, never came close to getting to the total last night, but you had two better pitchers. Well, at least you had one good pitcher in Nola. Chad Kuhl went against him yesterday. That didn't work out because the Phillies bats were still asleep. I'm banking on the Phillies bats coming alive here today. Gibson is much better than Freeland. And you look at Freeland, his two starts, he's given up 10 earned runs, guys, 14 hits. His ERA is 12.27. He faced Philly going back last year, and they bombed him for 3 home runs. That game was at Citizens Bank Park. It was not in Denver, but they lost 6-1. He gave up 3 homers. I know Kyle Gibson, Jeff, you're not really crazy on him, but this guy does have good stuff, and his numbers bear that he should be a favorite here and the Phillies should win here. This guy has 16 strikeouts already on the year, only 3 walks. And another fact that I like is Colorado's never seen Kyle Gibson before. So I do like the Phillies here. Jeff, Mr. Philadelphia, what do you think?
Well, here's what I'll say. As far as the Phillies against Freeland, look, if you can't hit Kyle Freeland, I don't know what else to say. I mean, Freeland is a disaster, and this guy blows. I mean, he was bad last year. He's been terrible so far this year. He's a complete gas can, and the Phillies have really no excuse tonight. They hit lefties well. He is a mess. That's a ballpark that they should be able to drive 5, 6, 7 runs in. Gibson, look, it's the same thought as yesterday. They have the better pitcher, but I don't love Gibson either. I mean, this guy's gotten destroyed in his career in Colorado as well when he's been there, when he was with Texas and other teams. So I have a worry about him. Now, should he be a favorite here? Yeah, because he's better than Freeland. But the Phillies really have no excuse. But I've noticed recently with this team, over the last couple of years, it seems like when they should be able to jump on a pitcher, they don't. And the problem with the Phillies at the end of the day is while their bullpen's a slightly better, at the end of the day, it's not great either. So these are the kind of games where I would just kind of isolate the Phillies and say, I know they're going to hit Freeland. I don't really want to worry about Gibson. I don't want to worry about the bullpen. And I'm just going to bank on the fact that they'll score 5 or 6 runs. Because at the end of the day, TC, you kind of need them to score runs here to win the game anyway. So we have a feeling this game's probably not going to be 3-1. They're going to have to score 5 or 6 runs. So I would just kind of isolate against Freeland and go with that. But, I'm not big on any of the Phillies pitchers outside of Wheeler. So
yeah. And the Philly bullpen has been struggling as well, too.
Right.
BaseWinner, thoughts?
I think TC, it's a good handicap if you're just looking at Kyle Gibson's strikeouts in his 2 starts this year, because those are good. Also, his expected strikeouts are good too. They're both over 30% in both of his starts. But I'm kind of conflicted about this because I have Gibson as actually a worse pitcher than Freeland in the model, and that's kind of based on last year's. If you look at last year's advanced metrics. The thing that concerns me about Gibson is I have him ranked 121 out of 133 pitchers. He's had 19 starts since June 15th of last year. And I've got Freeland actually fairly serviceable at 50th out of 133. So I'm conflicted about that. I don't know. I think that for me, it's kind of a stay away. I think Colorado's been, based on my expected standings at BaseWinner.com, they've been pretty lucky. I can see where you're going here. There's a huge edge with the Phillies offense. I just think that there's too much conflicting information with the starting pitcher advanced metrics for me to really, either tell you I'm going to back the other team or back the Phillies. It's kind of a stay away for me at this point, given the conflicting metrics that I'm looking at.
All right. I'm banking on the Phillies bats finally coming alive here today. I think Gibson will have a good performance. Again, this is more of a play against Freeland. A lot of my plays are that way against bad pitchers. So Phillies, I think there's some value there too, minus 133. So I will take another shot with the Phils here tonight.